here we are, sunny Napa, California. Boy, the weather's just been amazing. A little chilly at night, but just perfect weather to get projects done during the day. We got a good jump on our hardtop, and that's one of the major projects we want to do while we're here on the hard. That's right, SV Basic is up on stands once again. We started the structure. This is just a temporary structure to form our new hardtop over, and we put it up for a couple of reasons. You know, the main reason is so we could get a visual of what it's going to look like, get the right grades for watershed, to just get a feel for how big it's going to be and where the downpost locations need to be. You know, we've sketched this out 100 times, and this is the plan that we're going with. Our cockpit is basically a rectangle, and I wanted to get some radius work in here, but it just doesn't pencil out. The hardtop has to be a rectangle to get the side curtains to work properly around this cockpit. But we'll put some sexy curves in the soffit and soften some edges here and there. I think it's going to turn out amazing. Another big reason we had to build this structure up here first was so I could get hard numbers for all the downposts. There's going to be 7 downposts that support this. And this way I could get the exact angles and lengths and give those to a fabricator. So we'll be doing those here in the next day or two. I'm almost done building this. What I need to do though is this structure right now is real flimsy. It's just made with 1x2, and I did that on purpose so I could get everything to bend into the right radius of the coach top, and then flatten out to where I need it and get all the angles just right where I want them. But if I remove it now, it's just going to spring to flat. So what I need to do is actually put some strong backs in here. And there's going to be strong backs all the way through this. But if I put those in now, it's going to get too heavy to remove this and safely bring it off the boat. So I'm going to put as minimal as I can up here and then finish the rest of the strong backs on the ground under the boat. The important ones are along the coach roof. I need to hold this radius. That is just imperative. I have to hold that radius. So I'm going to put at least the first 2 strong backs in, and then we'll get hard measurements for all of our downposts and then remove this structure. It's going to be exciting. Once it's down below, we'll be able to start laying up all the panels, and it's really going to start taking shape. So let's get to work. Okay, here's my first strong back I'm putting in. I'm using just a 1x6, but it gives me a good idea of this radius that I need to be working with. First thing I'm doing is marking out all my locations. After that, I'll be able to measure down and take notations so I can get this arch just scribed right in there. Now I can just measure down and make notations for each side of my supports. Okay, now that I have my marks, what I need to do is find the largest mark, which is right here, 2 3/8. I'm going to take that number and add it to all these other marks, because what it'll do is give me the most meat on this strong back to give me the most strength. I'll be able to connect the dots coming across here, cut it, and bring it back up here, and this will just slide right in and fit like a glove. Well, I've transferred all of my marks onto the board now. Everything lined up nicely, gave me this smooth radius. It's time to cut. Well, that went real smooth. Let's get this upstairs, see how close I got.
So while Teal handles the strong back, I'm gonna get started on dinner because I am so excited. This is going to add so much more living space for us. I'm gonna take full advantage and just kind of get a grip and a feel for for what it's going to be like to be able to cook out here year round. And then tonight, I think we're going to eat outside and actually put up some lights just to get a feel for what it's going to look like here. We're going to kind of line it up on the same structural soffit that he wants to build, and it's just going to be awesome. I just can't tell you how excited I am about this. How does it look?
Perfect.
Gotta get going on those ribs. You guys, let me sit down. What? Are you enjoying this cockpit? I'm enjoying this cockpit.
It's amazing.
Is that amazing or is the food amazing?
Oh my God.
After a long day, this is not too bad. I love the lighting.
Put that down and get over here.
All right. All right, I'm gonna do it.
Well, I just spent all morning building these post templates. The metal fabricator will be here in about a half an hour. I want to make sure these are all ready for him. Pretty simple. Each of these posts are marked out on the deck, and there was 2 angles to deal with. The deck would have one angle and the roof has another, and they're 90 degrees to each other. So I laid all these out. Should make easy work for making these posts.
So, big things are happening on board SB Basic because Teal is out there right now talking to our aluminum fabricator, and hopefully he will be able to get this project ready for us. Teal spent all morning working up all the uprights and getting all the templates ready so that he can just take this to his shop and get this going in time for us to install it on our hardtop. So fingers crossed that it comes under budget and in a timely manner.
Feels good. The post templates are off to the fabricator. We've got our first few strong backs in. We've got a few more to put on downstairs. I don't want to get this too heavy because I had to call on my muscle already to lift this out of here. Oh, yeah. Go straight up and just come your way about a couple feet. So hit that. Okay, set it back down. Right there. So Lynn and I just spent the last few hours filling in the majority of these strongbacks. We also started filling in where I need to put clamps. But we had an unfortunate incident. We had 2 left to cut, long rips, 12-foot long rips, and I lost my friend. 13 years was our relationship. Up in smoke today. You're gonna miss my friend. It is kind of sad. But luckily, Home Depot right up the street, Lynn bought me a new one. I don't know. Just won't be the same, but at least we'll get this project done. So we'll get these last 2 long rips in, and that'll complete all the strongbacks. Then it's a matter of just laying out and filling in around some of the cutouts. I also want to talk about what's under this. It's a pallet. That's the core material that's going on this mold. And I want to get into that a little bit. But first, let's button this up. Well, here it is. It's all done. We finished all of the strong backs all the way around. We even added clamping perimeter on here. Everywhere we need to clamp down to retain this shape as we're doing our layups. It stops here, and the clamping actually goes around the cutout for the helm station and then back around here. It's all complete and ready for the panels. It's gonna be a lot of work, but boy, it's gonna be cool.
So since we've been here, we have been so spoiled with the weather. It's been nice and in the 80s and 90s, even 100. But that's changed because just overnight we dropped 20 degrees from yesterday. So it's going to be about 65 degrees and a possibility of rain in the next 2 days. One of the advantages of having a multi-hull is being able to set up shop underneath our bridge deck. And as you walk around the marina, you'll see that all the multi-hulls have this advantage over the monohulls. I kind of feel sorry for them, but this is not going to slow us down. We're going to be able to continue working even in the cooler temperatures and in the rain. Well, it might slow me down, but it won't slow down the project. All right, enough of that. Let's talk about the core product.
Okay, the core that we're going to use for this is a honeycomb panel. And we chose that because our entire boat is made with this same product. And there's many name brands for it. But what's interesting about it is the weight. Our boat, in its entirety, weighs dry about 8,500 pounds. Wet, still under 10,000 pounds. So we wanted to use a product that's going to be strong and lightweight. And this is the perfect product for us. Plus, we stay consistent with the build of this boat. What it is, it's a polypropylene plastic honeycomb sheet, and they have various sizes and thicknesses. It has a 50 mil barrier film to limit resin and water intrusion into the cells, and thermal fused polyester scrim cloth for 100% bonding surface. It's lightweight, and it's pretty easy to work with. Now, we had to search for this.
Yeah, so, you know, when we were in Seattle, typically we would get it from Fiberlay, and they carry Canacor. Canacor is coming from, obviously, Canada, and it's, you know, it's easy to get. For whatever reason, right now, there's just a shortage. They don't have any on hand, and they said it would be at least another month, maybe 2, before they can get any more coming in. We don't have that time to wait. So I did some research. We had somebody that actually told us that RevChem, which is actually based here in California, they carry Nitacor, which is now renamed Carbon Composite. They say that they typically carry it as well. They would have to ship it from Southern California into their store here in Stockton, California.
And then we would have to will call it.
We'd have to will call it. So they actually, the pricing was pretty amazing because Canacor is about $142 a panel, which is a 4x8 sheet. The Nitacor or the Carbon Composite from RevChem, they were selling it for $64 and some change a panel, but they had not 4x8 sheets, they were 4x7 sheets. What we really wanted was closer to a 4x8. So I actually found Carbon Core, which is based in Virginia, and they had 4x7.5 on hand, and they were able to ship it out the same day that we placed the order. They were a little bit more expensive. It was $70 a panel.
But still much cheaper than the Canacor that we were buying. Much
cheaper, yes. And it was kind of neat because I placed the order at the end of the day on Friday, and I got a call back from them, and they just wanted to, number one, confirm the order, and two, they wanted to know what the application was for, because they said that there's a lot of people that do order this product and have no idea what they're doing with it, and it would be a wrong product.
Right,
So
and when you buy this product, you could buy it with this scrim cloth on here, which is made directly for resin and fiberglass applications. You could also buy it pre-laid up with fiberglass, so it's a smooth finish. So
or scored too.
Or scored if you want to do bendings with this. So he wanted to just follow up and make sure we knew what we were talking about and we were ordering the right product. I have a feeling that a lot of people order these thinking that they're a finished panel, and they're getting this scrim cloth on there.
Yeah, and I was really pleasantly surprised because we placed the order, they shipped it up the same day, and we got it within a week.
And when that truck showed up here, we were so excited. Okay, FedEx came through. What was your name?
My name's Tom. Glad we could be of service.
Okay, great.
Anytime you need us, let us know. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I know. And it was a heavy pallet, too.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's
made me kind of concerned.
Believe it or not, when the pallet showed up, it's a 140-pound package. It's a 4x8 block, and it looked heavy because they used a pallet jack to get it off the truck. We drug it over under the boat, and by the time you take all the packaging off, all the product itself weighed was about 45 pounds. These panels, a 4x8 sheet's about under 10 pounds, and the 4x7.5s were around 9 pounds. So a very light product. We got to be careful when it gets windy when we're laying this stuff up.
Yeah, we'll be good. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Onboard Lifestyle. If you liked it, be sure to give us a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a comment. We love hearing from you guys. Special thanks to our patrons. You guys are awesome, and we cannot wait for our Zoom meeting sometime next week.
And if anybody's interested in this material,
I will leave the link down below if you're interested. They have a ton of information, and we just absolutely love it.
it was a great company to work with. So come back next week where I start laying this stuff up. Guess we'll see you guys then.
Bye.